Welcome to everyone. Today we are going to talk about concept of disease. According to the Webster Dictionary, the disease is a condition in which body health is impaired, a departure from a state of health, an alteration of the human body interrupting the performance of the vital functions. According to the Oxford Dictionary, it is a condition of the body or some part or organ of the body in which its functions are disrupted or deranged. According to the ecological point of view, it's a maladjustment of the human organism to the environment. So, any deviation from normal functioning or state of physical, mental, and social well being is known as disease. Ease means comfortable, disease means opposite to the ease is uncomfortable. WHO has defined the health, but it has not defined the disease. Why? It has many spectrum. So many diseases got the many spectrum. Okay, the acute diseases to chronic diseases. And it has got the different duration. It's a shorter duration to the years together. Like a shorter duration from hours of food poisoning to years of disease illness in mental illnesses and more than one clinical manifestations. Streptococcus may manifest as pharyngitis as well as the rheumatic fever. More than one organism, for example diarrhea, it is caused by E. coli and Shigella and many viral and bacterial organisms. Carrier state. So not only the cases, the carrier state exists in the communicable diseases and also for the famous example is the typhoid Mary. So there are three terminologies you have to understand. Is one is a disease, illness, and sickness. So disease is a physiological or psychological dysfunction. The illness is the presence of the disease or individual perceptions and behavior in response to the disease. So the disease is a physiological or psychological dysfunction, while illness is the in response to the disease how the individual perceptions and behavior changes. Sickness is a state of social dysfunction. So you have to understand the difference between the disease, illness, and sickness. There are so many theories of disease causation, how these diseases are caused to the human being. From ancient time to the present time, so many theories are evolved in explanation of the disease. One of the theory is the supernatural theory. In ancient and primitive medicine, it was disease was seen either as a form of punishment sent by the gods or attributed by demons, ghosts, and evil spirits. Because it is thought to be caused by the supernatural agents, magic was part of its diagnosis and treatment. So, all they are devotional and paying for the god and praying for the god. Okay, like this, that is the like that is they become the part of their treatment aspect. So it's a supernatural theory. Then is a Tridosa theory. It's the basis of the Ayurveda. Okay, so Tridosa theory is the basis of Ayurveda. It describes the diseases combination of Vada, Pitta, and Kapha. Vada, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay, so Vada means it's a Vayu. It is responsible for all movements and sensations, including motor actions inside of the body. Pitta is responsible for all physiochemical activities of the body in the form of metabolism, production of heat and energy. Kapha is the substance which maintains compactness in the body by providing the fluid matrix to it. So, the Vada, also known as the catabolic dosa. The dosa is formed by combination of wind and space. The dosa controls the flow of neural impulses. The Vada performs a major function of controlling the other two dosas. The first focus of dosa is to constantly maintain a balance between all the three dosas. The Vada dosa has five subdosas which include Pranavada is found in the head and it controls the senses. Vyanavada controls all bodily action and is found in the heart. Udanavada is found in the chest area and it controls voice and intellectual abilities. Samanavada is present in the stomach and it controls digestive processes. Apanavada controls all the discharges through the urinary tract and is found in the anal region. The next is the Pitta. Pitta dosha governs all the process related to the metabolism and changes that occur in the body. Here also it is divided into 5 subcategories. Ranjak Pitta or produces blood and is found in the stomach. Parajak Pitta controls skin pigmentation and is found in the skin. Alochak Pitta is found in the eyes and controls the sight. Sadhak Pitta is present in the heart and it governs psychological capabilities of the body. Pachak Pitta controls the digestive functioning of the body and is found in the duodenum part of the small intestines. Kapha. The Kapha dosa is to provide energy to the mind and body. It also controls amount of water in the body and fills up those parts that have the less water till the cellular level. Okay. It is further divided into Kleda Kapha is found in the stomach and works to digest the food. Shalsha Kapha is present in all joints of the body and controls the lubrication of the joints. Bodha Kapha is found in the sensory organ of the taste and governs the same. Tarbak Kapha is found in the head and controls intelligence. Avalamba Kapha is present in the chest and lubricates the heart and throat. So these are the basis of the Dreiser's theory. Then there is another theory called theory of four humors. It is described in the Greek medicine. The theory of four humors was a model for the workings of the human body. In this theory, humors existed as liquids within the body and were identified as blood film, black bile, and yellow bile. These are the balance between the hot, dry, moist, and cold. It causes the disease. And the Fracastorius described the concept of contagion as the cause of the disease. Contact with the bodily secretions of such individuals or diseased individuals or with the objects that have contaminated can also spread this kind of the disease. This concept is framed by the Fracastorius. And another theory is the miasmatic theory of the disease, also called the miasma theory, is an obsolete medical theory that held diseases such as cholera, chlamydia, or the Black Death were caused by the miasma, a noxious form of bad air, also known as the night air. So, the bad air is the cause of the disease, as like cholera, chlamydia. For this, the black air or bad air is the cause of the disease. The theory of spontaneous generation states that life arose from non-living matter. And another theory in Chinese medicine is the yin and yang theory. Good health is believed to come from a balance of yin, that is a negative force, and yang, it's a positive force. See, look at this picture. Yin represents night, dark, cold, negative, passive, female, solid, liver, like that. Yang represents day, light, warm, positive, active, male, halo, like that. So don't think it is that gender issues like a female and male. Okay, females are on negative side, males are on positive side. It is the yin and yang theory of the Chinese medicine. Okay, then the Louis Pasteur evolved the germ theory of the disease. So the emphasis is shifted from empirical causes to microbes as the sole cause. That is, a bad air is not the cause. It is mainly because of the microbial agent as the sole cause. It referred to as one-to-one relationship between causal agent and the disease. One agent causes one disease. Okay, right? So one agent that does not explain one agent cause more than many diseases. So one-to-one relationship. It has many limitations. It has many limitations such as in tuberculosis. There's environmental factors. The immunity level of the person also plays in the nutritional status also plays the role in the causation of the tuberculosis. Then next is the epidemiological triad. So it is a triad formed by agent, host, and environment. It is based on the communicable disease model. So interaction between this agent, the host, the man, and the environment is needed and required for the causation of any disease. So the interaction also needs based on the time of exposure, and also how the time of exposure of the agent to the host, and the level of the environment, okay, like the temperature, humidity, all plays the role. So the interaction between the agent, host, environment with relation to the time, so the disease is caused. Okay, it is called as a epidemiological triad, the most important component, okay, important part of the causation of the disease. And even it is not explained by multifactor, it is not explained for many diseases. So next concept was evolved by the Peyton Koffer of Munich, is the multifactorial causation. Disease caused by many factors like behavior, lifestyle, nutrition, environment, ecological, physical factors, etc. Okay, there may be the bacteria may be present in the environment, and there may be the bad hygiene, bad environment, in external environment may be present, and the host will be also present. But because of his lifestyle and the nutritional habits, he can prevent the disease. Okay, it is not explained in the germ theory of the disease. So the many factors like behavior, lifestyle, nutrition, and internal and external environment also play a role in the causation of the disease. So multiple factors are to be controlled to prevent the disease. According to this concept, the various factor has to be controlled to prevent the disease. All factors has to be controlled to prevent the disease, and we have to quantify and arrange in priority to prevent and control the disease, which is most important for the causation of the disease. And we have to prioritize, we have to take the control measures according to the priority. So like see, the environment is so it's light modification, it is advanced model of the triangle of the epidemiology. It's see the agent is environment, behavior, culture, and psychological and ecological factors, and it's a causative factors, and groups are population and their characteristics. So it is advanced model of the epidemiological triad. So next is McMahon and Bach in their book Epidemiological Principles stated that the web of causation. So that disease may be caused by the many factors. There may be the interlinkages between the various factors. Okay, so if you break the one chain of connection between these linkages, the whole process will be stopped. Whole process will be stopped. So the disease causation will be stopped if you interrupt at one point of time. One chain, the key link, okay, key point where you have to take action. So it is suited in the study of the chronic disease. It considers all the predisposing factors of any type and their complex relationship with each other. Removal or elimination of just one important link or chain in the pathogenic process may be sufficient to control the disease. Individual factors are by no means all of equal weight. So each factor has got the relative risk. Okay, for example, if you take cancer lung, age is a risk factor, sex is the risk factor, smoking is the risk factors. We don't know whether all old people are getting the lung cancer, whether all smokers are getting the lung cancers. So what is the link between that? Okay, right. So that we have to find out, we have to break that transmission of the or the link of causation of the disease, that the disease can be prevented. So look at this. Okay, so lung cancer caused by environment, smoking, occupation, diet, hereditary, all these things. There may the main link, and any one link is more important compared to the other factors. One factor is more important. So that link we have to find out. Okay, and we have to break that link for the prevention of the disease. Then the another theory called as the wheel theory of the disease causation. So here in the center part of the wheel is the core, it is a genetic component. So it is genetic component, nobody can change it. The central component will be there. So outer part is the environment, who inside the cycle, the wheel contains, the spokes contains the social and biological and physical. So these are all the part of the wheel. These are the part of the wheel. Central part is the genetic, and the outer part is that social and biological and physical, and the where outside of the wheel is the environment. So wheel theory states that for every diseases, these five factors play important role in different proportions. For some disease, the social factors may be more important in the causation of the disease. For some diseases, genetic component is more important compared to the social and physical and biological factors. In some diseases, the environmental factor is more important, and in some diseases, physical factor, physical characteristic of the person may be more important, and biological and metabolical disorders there may be important in some diseases. So each diseases is not fixed. Proportions are not fixed in the wheel theory according to the wheel theory. So each and every disease has a different proportions in the wheel. The combination of the factors in the wheel play an important role in different diseases in different proportions. Okay, then beings model. It is another model theory that states how the diseases are being caused. So one way of referring the categories of cause for the disease is the model is a beings model is the one is the B stands for biological factors and behavioral factors, and E stands for environmental factors, I stands for immunological factors, N stands for nutritional factors, and G genetic factors, S services, social and spiritual factors. So biological factors, all of you know. Okay, right? So male, female, and hormonal problems, behavioral factor, how you behave in the society, in common place, okay, in working place, in okay, right? Environmental factors, internal and external environment, immunological factors, how your cellular mechanism, immunological mechanism is going to act in case of the disease, nutritional factor, how good nutritious diet you are taking, and how you are there is how much of junk foods you are taking, no, so how the how much of vitamins, minerals, and or proteins or my trace elements you are taking, these are going to play a role. And genetic factors, so genetic factors is the hereditary, it's passed from generation to generation. And services, how much of health centers are there in your area, and how much of health education are being given to you, about how much of behavioral change communication is given to you, and how much your society is supporting in case of any disease occurring in your place. And spiritual factors, how much of you praying for the god, okay, everything. So these are going to play a more important role in the causation of the disease. So with this, we have seen what you mean by disease according to the various dictionaries and various ecological, like ecological point, Webster and Oxford Dictionary, and we have discussed about the various theories of the disease causation, like supernatural theory, and starting from the theory of contagion, Kreidosa theory, theory of humus, and yin and yang theory, and epidemiological triad, web of causation, and your wheel theory of the disease and Bayes model. So with this I conclude how the diseases are being caused, and what are the various theories related to the causation of the disease. Thank you very much.